I rise to lend my voice and with it my support, and if I might say, my overwhelming support for this bill. I do this for two reasons. Seconding this, please, Madam Speaker. For two reasons. One, firstly, as most of you in this honorable house may be aware, prior to me coming here, I practiced as a defense attorney, and I had the opportunity to defend a number of persons as it relates to drug-related offenses, some of which were Rastafarians. I can recall receiving instructions from Rastafarians who were in my constituency down at the gardens, practicing their spiritual thing at the gardens, and the police officers would have, and I see Ras Aya who is here, because he was the one who would have given, along with some of his colleagues, instructions. The officers came to the stadium, took the calabash, as he says, full of ganja, and threatened to arrest some of them. Now, some people thought, a calabash, why are we fighting over a calabash? In fact, my instructions were to mount a constitutional motion that their rights, as enshrined in the Constitution, their rights were infringed. We embarked on it, and I think there was some appreciation even by the police that this might have been an infringement. Even in the defense of criminal matters where non-Rastafarians, regular civilians would have been brought before the court and charged for being in possession of legislation, you can see on some occasions even the court felt as if their hands were tied. So I applaud this bill. It is long overdue, as many have been saying. It is very unfortunate, the travesty that some of our people would have suffered as a result of our legislation being outdated. And I think even the court is going to be pleased. The court found ways, notwithstanding the state of the legislation, to come up with solutions and decisions, notwithstanding. And I'm sure you know, Madam Speaker, you practice as a prosecutor, and you would have seen the attitude of the court as it relates to drug-related offenses. And so tonight, I feel proud that I can be a part of the government that initiates, well, I'm told that it was initiated prior, but I'm part of the government that moved for the amendment to the Drug Act. What it does amend Section 2, Sections 6 and 7 of the Act. Section 6 specifically speaks to the restriction of possession of drugs, and 7 to cultivation. And so, as my colleagues who went before me would have said, it is now permitted for persons to be in possession of 56 grams of cannabis, and to cultivate, I think it's 5 plants. And so without these amendments, all that we did today would be of no moment. And so I'm happy to support this bill, the amendments to the bill. Secondly, as the Minister of Tourism, when we came to the budget discussions in December, a part of the discussions was that we were going to venture into cannabis tourism. The next day on the internet they said, Marsha wants to plant up the whole country with marijuana. Propagandists, as usual. What they missed, Madam Speaker, was that In the industry, there is a need to diversify our products and our offerings. What we offer now is stale. And if we're to compete with other destinations, there is a need and an urgent need to diversify what we offer as a tourism product. These amendments would allow for that. And we're strategic as a government. We understood that for us to do what we want to do in the industry, that there would need to be changes to the legislation. And so we're about to embark on the 420 friendly music festival. That would not be permissible without the changes. And so the amendments to this bill is timely. It prepares us for the emerging market of cannabis tourism, which clearly has the potential to stimulate the economy as well and for our people. And so, Madam Speaker, it's been a long day. When I say I didn't say I was going to be brief, but I intended to be brief. My son has exams. I've been saying to my colleagues, like the honorable member from number 3, we need to wrap this up. And so I'm happy to close and support the mover of the bill and wish this bill safe passage through this honorable House.